What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. We have so much news to go over today about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's been a little bit since we got some pretty good Spider-Man Brand New Day news, but we have some official news coming from somebody who worked on the movie. She posted something and then took it down, but of course the internet took a snapshot on it. Plus, we have a very interesting report that talks about Sadie Sink actually playing Jean Grey in the MCU. And to top it all off, we have some Punisher news and a new report that seemingly connects the Daredevil Netflix series to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like I said, a lot to go over today. Let's get into it. But first, if you did not hear, when it comes to the Avengers Doomsday trailer, The Hollywood Reporter did state yesterday that there are indeed going to be 4 different versions of the Avengers Doomsday trailer. They state Disney is sending theaters 4 different trailers for the Marvel Mega Movie. Each will play for 1 week before switching to the next. So if you see Fire and Ash opening weekend, you'll get trailer 1. If you go a week later, you'll get trailer 2 and so on. So those reports that we heard before were partially right. We heard there were going to be 3 different versions when in fact there are going to be 4. So are you going to go see all 4? Let me know in the comments down below. But moving on to Spider-Man, something that Daniel RPK reported yesterday is very interesting. He stated that the Hand will reportedly appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. They will have comic accurate red costumes. This is really interesting because we obviously know the Punisher is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's confirmed at this point in time. There's been speculation and even some rumors that Daredevil might show up as well. And Matt Murdock was in Spider-Man No Way Home. And the Hand was in the Daredevil Netflix series. They were a big part of it in the beginning. So are they going to cross the worlds here? Is this going to be related to the Netflix Daredevil series? Will Daredevil be in Spider-Man Brand New Day? It's not official at this point in time, but Daniel RPK does say the Hand will be there. The only question is, are they going to link it to Netflix, to the Netflix show? We'll have to wait and see on that, but it does offer an interesting premise of what exactly is going to go down. Also, they have a link to the Punisher as well. This could actually explain some of the symbols that we've been seeing on some of the vehicles in the movie from the set. We'll have to wait and see on that. Another big report that we're hearing, though, is that they have wrapped filming. Spider-Man Brand New Day has officially wrapped filming. And what's interesting is we did not see anything about Sadie Sink. Nothing at all. No, well, like the only leaked photo we got of her, I'm pretty sure was just her in just kind of normal, casual clothing. I don't think that was a part of her costume. I think she is indeed going to be playing someone huge. Again, we have a report about Jean Grey we'll get to in just a bit. But first, I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize. Ziyi Kao, I believe, who works as Destin Daniel Cretton's assistant, shared a since then deleted post on Instagram that she stated Spider-Man Brand New Day had finished filming. Here is the original post that was captured, and it's funny because it's a picture of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man saying, "I'm not crying, you're crying." She stated, "Rapping is always so emotional. As someone really bad at saying goodbyes, I stayed around this time and hugged a lot of people. Guess that's a step forward. It's an awesome crew. I love how neurodivergent, LOL, it turned out to be. I had a great time. We'll miss you all, but just for a short while. Ahaha. And may our paths cross again." Miss you all for just a short while has me thinking that they're probably going to do reshoots, right? I'm not sure they're going to be involved in like Doomsday or Secret Wars. Most of the filming for Doomsday is already wrapped. They're going to come back and do reshoots as well and additional photography. And I'm pretty sure that's what she's talking about here, because they'll probably do additional photography for Spider-Man Brand New Day, which means they'll go back and they'll be reunited. But this is really interesting. Of course, the internet never fails. They captured what she put right away. And even though she deleted it, it's still here. And this is coming actually from Screen Rant. So Spider-Man Brand New Day has wrapped filming, and maybe that's where this next report comes in. This is actually coming from Josh Den of Nerds on X and YouTube as well. He seems very confident that his source is correct about Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey. He specifically states, Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey, and the scoopers that say she isn't are wrong. Marvel is lying to people about Sadie Sink just like they lied to Jeff Snyder when he had the RDJ Doctor Doom thing before everyone. The truth will come out though. Right away, I just have to say, well, one, I know how this can make perfect sense. I really do have a theory on how this works out really well with Spider-Man Brand New Day. But two, I do believe that Marvel is indeed throwing out fake stuff out there very intentionally. I think they're taking full advantage of scoopers, of YouTubers, of X accounts, everything they possibly can for Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think they're doing, and I think they're intentionally trying to throw us off with some things. We have gotten a lot of contradictory reports for Doomsday and Spider-Man, and it makes sense that it would come from Marvel to throw us off. Some's true, some is fake, and they're doing it on purpose. But let me tell you how I think Sadie Sink could actually be playing Jean Grey. It comes back to an old report that we heard, and we didn't hear it that long ago, but you might recall it was a report from an insider, Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com, who stated there was an original timeline before Kang altered it. So the sacred timeline that we had basically throughout the entirety of the MCU, it was altered by Kang. And that is the reason we did not have the X-Men in our universe and that we did not have our Fantastic Four in our universe. The report was, and this was reportedly going to be revealed in either Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars when they were doing it before, when they still had Kang. So maybe not now, but maybe also now. It was going to be revealed that the original timeline before Kang altered it had the X-Men and it had the Fantastic Four. According to the report, Kang got rid of them because they were a big threat. And if you think about what he said in Quantumania, it kind of makes sense. When he was talking to Ant-Man, he said, "Have I killed you before?" They all kind of blurred together. He was talking about the Avengers. The Avengers were no problem to him. And that's also one of like the biggest bummers about Quantumania, because they built him up to where it's like, I killed so many Avengers. I killed Thor. You're the one with the hammer. Like he just wiped the floor with them. He destroyed literal universes and then he got killed by ants. Stupid decision. What? We move on. So the X-Men and the Fantastic Four were a threat to him. You could see why. Reed is just a super genius and could have just outsmarted him. And the X-Men are incredibly powerful. Don't get me wrong, the Avengers are too, but it sounds like he didn't really have a problem with the X-Men, with the Avengers. So it doesn't mean he killed them. What I think could have happened with the X-Men is he just had the mutant gene be dormant. So perhaps the Jean Grey that we get in Spider-Man Brand New Day is Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey, but she has a dormant mutant gene. Perhaps she doesn't have powers yet in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But due to some events that happen in Spider-Man, well, maybe in Spider-Man No Way Home, maybe those events could have affected her as well, but also the snap could have affected her as well. We've had that theory for a while that the snap actually did kind of activate the mutant gene in some people where it was dormant. But then also just the events from Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars could activate her powers as well. And I think this makes the most sense, because I was honestly kind of bummed when we were hearing things about Sadie Sink is the villain and she's playing Shothra or something like that, or she's just playing, kind of a supporting character. Sadie Sink is an incredibly huge actress right now. I mean, Stranger Things season 5, when it came out, it broke Netflix twice. Twice. And she's huge. And it makes sense that Marvel would want to lock her down for a character that she could play for a really long time. Because if she is playing Jean Grey, I do believe she'll go on to be the new Jean Grey and the new MCU after the reboot, after Avengers Secret Wars. This makes it pretty easy. She's Jean Grey and Spider-Man going into Doomsday and Secret Wars. That mutant gene gets activated. She gets her powers, and moving forward with the new X-Men in the MCU, she's already there. Because she was with everybody in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Or maybe just Secret Wars, because we're still hearing that Spider-Man is not in Avengers Doomsday, which is crazy. But we're hearing Toby is in it. So that's the good part. But I think this makes a lot of sense, especially if that was Marvel's plan before, to say that Kang actually did get rid of the X-Men and he got rid of the Fantastic Four from the original timeline. After this all happens, perhaps the original sacred timeline will be restored, and that's how we get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and everybody in the universe moving forward. I think this makes a lot of sense. It's obviously not confirmed. Josh seems to be pretty confident with what he said there, so only time will tell. But I actually would prefer this. Out of the characters that she could play, I would prefer Jean Grey or Mayday Parker, specifically Mayday Parker, the daughter of Tobey Maguire. But I think you all know that is my opinion by now. I think that would be the coolest thing to happen, but I'm really okay with her playing Jean. I think this would be really cool. And I think they could do it in a way that makes just a ton of sense. But Spider-Man Brand New Day is wrapped, and usually that means when they start editing, some more leaks will come out. What will be real and what will be intentional misdirect from Marvel Studios, we'll have to wait and see. But we're living in a great time right now. Avengers Doomsday trailer is coming next week. Hopefully the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer isn't that far behind. Hopefully we don't have to wait more than a couple of months, but things are getting really, really exciting. Let me know how excited you are for Spider-Man Brand New Day in the comments down below, and let me know what you think about Sadie Sink possibly playing Jean Grey. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on Spider-Man Brand New Day, for Avengers Doomsday, and of course, all things Marvel. Don't forget to check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.